Hello and welcome back to Underline Last Defense Academy. My name is Media.Vision, and last time we just keep doing more battles and more battles. It keeps going on. And one day we find an Ava clone and we have a showdown. But she seems weirdly authentic, but then she kind of disappears. Later on, Dal Shah comes in like normal and we beat him like normal, which was actually abnormal in this route. And then, yeah, Mass Veshna shows up and then she runs away after we beat her. And then on day 99, Veshna shows up and she reveals that she's actually found a timeline hopping machine. And together with the Mass Veshness, we actually have a double battle. Yes, we have to fight two Veshnesses, which is honestly kind of hard, but kind of cool as well. But when we win, we ask Veshness about the device. And on day 100, we have one last choice. Do we do it all over again and save everyone, or do we stop here and be satisfied with the route that we have? And that's basically kind of where it ends. There are two endings, and we just kind of say yes or no, and then, yeah. So yeah, that was the serial battles route. Today we're going to go back in time a little bit more, and I forgot the last choices. I believe it's the one with Kurara, whether or not we have to save her. I believe that's it. So yeah, that was honestly one thing I did think about was whether or not that was considered like a good ending or not. Because if you think about it, that is an ending where the special defense unit actually accomplishes their goal. They actually are able to last all 100 days despite the fact that we got like 50 extra battles, and we're able to, well, nuke the planet and then establish a base for humanity. So in a way, it is technically one of the better endings for us since we do have like a peaceful one. But yeah, today we're going to, well, go right here and go right before the decision, the battle part, where we have to decide whether or not to save Kurara or Gaku. And the answer is already obvious since I've already done one of them. Honestly, haven't seen Kurara in a long time. I remember mentioning that like she was one of the characters that was like growing on me a lot. You know, I mentioned this to a friend, but like the moment when Tsundere's break is like one of my favorite. But so far, I mean, at the moment she hasn't been too likable, but she has had her arc where she has reconciled with Nozomi. So that part's good, but now we have to actually do the battle. So I'll go all the way until we have to do the choice. I hope I get to skip parts of the battle because honestly, yeah, straight to the story decision. Wave 1 end. Is it Adamakyo again? Oh, it is. Oh my god. Alright, nuke him, Shion. Boom. Oh my god, I can't believe I've been bested once again. She's fucking dead. Slurper, please don't let her get away. No. Oh my god, Gaku, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to die this time. Which is kind of funny because I just leveled up his skill that made it so that I can get a pretty good buff. So, well. No, she's gone. Fuck me. Okay, it's time for the choice. Honestly, okay, so this is a really cool setup how we actually have to fight for our choice. But the fact that when I tried to go back to the choice immediately, they make you do the entire battle again. Sure, you can skip the battle, but like the fact that you're supposed to do the entire battle again is really dumb. You know what?
Time to use it.
I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it.
It's all right.
One last strike.
I'm putting it all on the line.
I'm gonna die today. And so is Gaku. You get it? Because he's gonna get sucked. Man, I think that was an AoE that hit like everything. Not that it matters, but still. Bye, Gaku. I gotta say, they definitely chose like the two most easily dislikable people in our group, unless you want to count like Ito. But I already said this, but Kurara's, I have a soft spot for Kurara. Or a softer spot for Kurara than Gaku. What I'm saying is I'm hard for Gaku. I mean, I'm just kidding. Uh-oh.
Just one? Then?
Just one.
At least I managed to buy myself some time.
Did you slurp his cowardice as well?
Still, that must be some incredible power. To inflict such a grave wound on someone as great as I won't let my guard down. Slowly but surely, I will gain power.
Don't worry, because we sure will let our guard down again.
And you're the slop that will serve that purpose. I'm going to eat and eat until I've had my fill. And when I have that power for myself, I'll become God.
I am kind of curious what kind of route this is going to be. The reason why Gaku had to survive is because he is someone who is he cares a lot for his family, and he would question a lot of the things. And he was suffering from survivor's guilt after this fight, so he felt like he needed to put himself to use for some purpose, which is why he ended up defying Sire, or at least attempting to get the truth, and you know, the thing with Yugama as well. But Kurata wouldn't be like that. But I am kind of curious to what is going to happen as a result. Veshness gave her monologue as we were struck by complete despair. Then she limped away along with her massive invaders. Some of us were overcome with rage and tried to follow her. Some of us desperately tried to stop them. Some of us had tears rolling down our faces as they ran over to Gaku's body. And all I could do was stand there, rooted to the spot, dumbfounded. Oh no. Whoa. I think I have like 200k. Yeah, I have 200k BP because of the Zero battle route. That was a lot. But I guess we lost Gaku, which is a little bit kind of a bum because, as I mentioned, I just got his skills up. I wonder how long this route's going to be. I wonder what route this is going to be, actually. Not too long after that. Goodbye, Gaku. We made a grave for Gaku in the corner of the schoolyard. This was the third one. We'd lost yet another friend. I never realized Kurata has the word for big on the back of her. Keep saying pumpkin even though it's a tomato. And it makes sense because her name is Ol Suzuki, and that's a Ol character. My decision killed Gaku. I came back here from the future, and yet 3 people still died. Why was this happening? Friends of mine who would have never died otherwise were now gone because I decided to come back. So in the original route, yeah, all these 3 people lived. Maybe I was never supposed to redo things. Because of my decision, Gaku, Kyoshika, and Darumi were dead. All because of me. And so, with the sacrifice of yet another life, our 33rd day at Last Defense Academy came to an end. Oh boy. And now is day 34. Damn, it feels weird to go back to like all the way to 34. Oh my god, my feet feel so good with this machine. Yeah. I couldn't sleep at all. Not that I expected to. Whenever I closed my eyes, I just saw Gaku's last moments in my head, so I just kept them open. Okay, let's take a look at the chapter selects. So obviously we branched off because we saved Gaku this time. But what does that accomplish? Wait a second. I just had a thought. I need to go back. So the last few endings we got were endings 13 and 14. Okay, and the endings that we got, so this is the route after the one we had here with Let Hyuko Destroy NIGOU, which would lead up to route 23 and 24. But because so far they basically had go like 1, and then they have ending number 1, which is second scenario, and then if you go back 1, like the most recent choice, that becomes 2. If you do the most recent choice again, you get like 3 and 4. And I forgot where all of them were. Yeah, this is 3 because it was like the most recent one. So does that mean we're gonna get like so 15 to 22? So we're gonna get like 8 endings here? Oh, this must be a long one then, right? Because it's sandwiched in between those 2. Ooh, damn. Alright, I don't know how long this will be. I had no will to get out of bed, but I can't just lay here. I wonder how everyone else is holding up. I need to get to the cafeteria. So last time, I believe Gaku actually ended up making some Osuzuki curry, and now we have the original person to make Osuzuki curry for us, if she does want to do that. I dragged myself out of bed and trudged gloomily down the halls. Do we get curry? Things sound tense. When I got to the cafeteria, things were way more lively than I ever imagined. Fucking pussy invaders. If you want to fight, come get some. I'm invincible. I'll pile drive every single one of them into the mat. Kako, your dear brother will protect you no matter what. What are you saying? I'm the one who will protect you. What's happening? Everyone was abnormally worked up and shouting over each other. What's going on here? Sumino, you're late. Latecomers have to chug. Drink this energy drink. Drink. I forgot about this. Sorry, I gotta look at the chapter select again. I believe that did actually happen here. Yeah, I think it was right after the fight, and then they were trying to drink away their sorrows, and then Gaku ended up being like really depressed as well. For the record, there is something weird in it, but it won't cause any harm, so don't fret. Don't fret, what's in it?
Hey.
Just something to perk you up, I can't tell you any more than that. It's some special Sirei juice. You know, when things get rough, adults turn to the bottle too. It's nothing to be ashamed of. I need to get you all in fighting condition again, even if it has to be by force. But still, I'll power up all our weapons. I'll make all of us stronger than ever. You guys are all too caught up in convention. Whoever decided that we had to be limited to having 2 eyes, 2 arms, and 2 legs. Okay, a lot of this has been repeat, but I'm curious as to what Kurata has to say. Don't you have any respect for the human soul? I won't allow for it. I won't. What a horrible racket. Still, this might be better than just being depressed. Hiroko, Nozomi, you're both your usual selves. You're not having any? So Hiroko was actually fine. She was like, yeah, this drink doesn't affect me because she's built different. I think Nozomi's just not drinking it. No, I'm a little too scared to try it. I had some, but it doesn't seem to work on me. Booze, energy drinks, all that other stuff, it never has any effect. Other stuff. Huh? I don't see Ava or NIGOU. Do you know where they are? In maintenance. I asked NIGOU to check Ava out since she was actually she was acting strangely yesterday. The sanctity of human life. Anyway, have some Sumino. Forget all of our woes so that we can have a better tomorrow. There's no need to worry about Veshness. With her recuperating from her wounds, I suspect that she won't be attacking again for a while. There's no handy-dandy tech like the Revival-matic on their side after all. Come on, have a drink, and put it all behind you. Anguish and sadness will only further hinder you. He's right, Takumi. Oh my god, it's been so long. He's right, Takumi. At times like this, you have to drink like your life depends on it. That is one weird-ass... I think the reason why I keep thinking pumpkin is because, like, her face is, like, the shape of, like, a jack-o'-lantern. Like, I can definitely see those, like, cuts being made in a pumpkin. But it's a tomato. But that face on the tomato is, like, extra weird today. Why am I the one still alive? Kurata, oh, she is suffering from survivor's guilt. Oh shit, I thought she'd be too proud for that. I should have been the one who died. No, don't say that. That's not true at all. Yes, it's actually a small mercy that Maruko was the one who lost. He was kind of a weenie. I don't want to deal with it. Small mercy? I mean, think about it. It was between him or you, Otsutsuki. You were the stronger fighter, so we're much better off having you around. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Hey.
Not to mention how your death would have affected the others. Is there anyone who considers Maruko their best friend? What's that supposed to mean? Exactly what I said. When a beloved character dies, it has a negative effect on everyone around them. So it's all a small mercy that was an unpopular loner like Maruko who died instead. How dare... Aww. So like, once again, like, I haven't seen Kurata. Actually, we can pull this up. How long has it been? So we've gone through so many other routes. It's been so long since I've actually seen Kurata. And the thing is, like, I actually kind of liked her because, like, deep down you realize that she actually does care for everyone. Actually, she just doesn't like showing it. And now she's like, it's kind of showing that she bullied Gaku a lot, but even through all that, like, bullshit that she spews, all the violence that honestly is kind of unexcusable, but because it's anime we kind of let it slide, that she like dishes out to Gaku, like, she actually does care. So yeah, how freaking dare you! I've had enough of your screwed up logic. Takamaru, there's not a single one of us who's not important. Every single one of these guys is my best friend. You ever try ranking them again, I'll beat the crap out of you. And Takamaru's always a Giga Chan. He's always the bro. I mean, I've mentioned this. I feel like, as like, I'm not gonna say I'm normal, but like, I feel like Gaku was like the normal friend guy. I mean, sure, he complains about a lot of stuff. A lot of it is kind of realistic and definitely the way people would behave in the situation. But he's a person that we imagine when we were like, oh man, I really want some milk. He's honestly like one of the more down-to-earth people when you try to talk to them. And I feel like if I were in the situation, I'd probably be friends with him. a lot easier, because if you look at all the characters once again, the number of like down-to-earth people that I'd actually be able to talk to normally would probably be like Eito before you find out that he's crazy, so like that's what Takumi was trying to do. Tsubasa, Gaku a little bit. I mean, maybe Kako, but like thing is, with Kako comes Ima and Nozomi, and everyone else is. I mean, Moko is a little bit eccentric, but like she's honestly a pretty cool person, and I would try to be friends with her. But everyone else is just really, really weird. Like they have this one quirk that makes it a little bit uncomfortable to be around them. You ever try ranking them again? Yeah. Well, aren't you cool? The dramatic speech sounded pretty tough, but is that really how you should be speaking to your commanding officer? You're threatening me? Come on, cut it out, you two. No, keep going. Punch him in the face. I want you both to win and both to lose. Don't encourage them. I've been thinking for a while now that your attitude needed addressing, Yakushiji. I forgot. Oh yeah, Yakushiji. I forgot. I'm not used to Takemaru's name being said as Yakushiji. You need to remember your place here. What? You're gonna set off my bomb? Go ahead, do it. I dare you. What a horrible racket. Hi, I'm back, everyone. Ava should be ready by tomorrow. Huh?
You dare me?
Kind of like the CG, though. It's really weird seeing like Siri's face, like brain through his face.
Because even if I blow you up, I'll just revive you anyway. Your bravado rings hollow if you presume that someone's going to be wiping your butt like a baby in the end.
I feel like, I mean, I guess Siri is not human. He is an AI, and maybe he's programmed to think that way. But so far, he's had like enough thinking to understand how humans feel, since he does have like a simulation in his mind. This feels a little bit out of character a little bit because I feel like he would think like, we lost a combatant, this really sucks. Because everyone is important to the mission. Although I guess maybe he's not wrong saying I'd rather lose this person than that person. It doesn't take the fact away from the fact that everyone's important, and now you're just like, it's fine, we don't need him.
Who you calling a baby? I know you can change the settings on that machine so I don't get revived. So yeah, I know I might actually die, and I don't care.
Yeah, and like Siri, maybe he's just thinking that he can like brainwash people after this, so it doesn't matter. But like, this goes against like what he's trying to provide an environment where we can fight and kind of like be content with that. And now he's just sowing distress.
If you keep trashing my bro Gaku, then you better go ahead and kill me.
What is going on here? Please stop fighting. It's bad and unproductive.
No fighting. Having just entered the cafeteria, NIGOU leapt between Siri and Takemaru, trying to break them up. No more fighting! Shut up. Takemaru slapped NIGOU away, never taking his eyes off Siri. Does Takemaru explode? There's no way. Is NIGOU gonna die from that?
Uh-oh.
That sounded pretty bad.
Now you've done it.
Boom. Are you alright? Okay. Ghost? Sorry, I got JoJo on my brain. He turns into a fax machine. He's not gonna explode, is he? NIGOU, are you okay? NIGOU! Huh? Why is everyone so panicked? Are you okay? What do you mean? Oh, are you referring to how the universe was started by a single strand of string?
Yeah.
String theory. I think that's what string theory is. He seems fine. Does he? I'm sorry, NIGOU. Takemaru bowed his head low in apology. I can't believe I broke my code of honor, never hitting women or children. Oh, but I'm neither a woman or a child. What? Really? I just assumed that you're one or the other on the inside. And Siri. My bad. I got a little too worked up. Want to turn in and cool off. I guess I went a little too far as well. Huh. That ended with a lot less conflict than I imagined. Following their lead, the rest of the group regained their composure too. We decided to call it a day there. Okay. Alone in my room, I found myself once more haunted by Gaku's last moments. You can actually see my face, unlike Kurata. I'm sorry. The same thought kept swirling inside my mind, even though there was no point to it. It was like I was punishing myself and asking for forgiveness all at once. Before I knew it, it was dark outside. Despite not eating anything since the morning, I didn't feel hungry at all. Still, staying here in my room and wallowing in guilt won't do me any good. I guess I'll go get some fresh air. I leaned against the roof rail and took in the cold breeze. I felt my weary heart become a little lighter. I'm Takumi Sumino, leader of the SDU. I can't be wallowing in the past. Oh. Huh? Takumi? NIGOU, what brings you here? Huh? I just want to get some fresh air. What about you? Why, I came here to see you. I wanted to talk about something earlier. About what? Well, I mean, NIGOU was talking about Ava, right? NIGOU looked around as if he was making sure the coast was clear before continuing. First of all, I'm not NIGOU. I'm a completely different AI just borrowing NIGOU's body. Okay. I guess that's a development now. I thought it was gonna be Kurata related, but no. I guess this is the route where NIGOU gets hit in the head and turns into someone else. Are you okay? That blow to the head earlier might have been worse than I thought. Oh, please, I'm being serious. Okay, I'm listening. Whether he's of sound mind or not, I should at least hear him out. You say you're not NIGOU, you're some different AI. Please explain it to me in a way that I can understand. Thank you, I'll do my best. So I am, he just repeats the same exact thing. To put it plainly, I represent the anti-Exodus faction. Anti-Exodus faction, so people who don't want this project to work? You and your friends don't need to fight anymore. Our objective is to send you all to the artificial satellite as soon as possible. What? That is a development. I don't want anyone overhearing this. We should go somewhere more private. So this is like a, abort mission thing. Huh. I managed to convince the pseudo NIGOU to continue our conversation back in my room. First of all, you may call me Gotoh. It'll get confusing if you keep calling me NIGOU. Gotoh? It's an acronym for the foundational principles programmed into my AI that I've long since forgotten. God of something, I think. TOH. God of the... I don't know. We can skip that part. The important thing is that you know what? Gotoh is usually a guy's name, and I don't want to make that voice again. I'm just gonna give NIGOU or Gotoh a different voice. The important thing is that I am an AI of the Exodus faction. And can I assume that the anti-Exodus faction is what the name implies? Yes, you can. The anti-Exodus faction stands against the Exodus project. We hold ideals, opposite ideals to C-Ray NIGOU. The people on the artificial satellite aren't all unified. Some support the Exodus project, while others oppose it. Huh. I guess they don't want to commit genocide. They say that we don't need to prolong our lives or find prosperity, that we should instead accept our fate and perish. Wow, okay, never mind, let's just die. Perish? Is humanity in danger if they continue to live on the satellite? Yes. Just as the planets have lifespans, so does the artificial satellite. The Exodus project came about because some feared the satellite could not support humanity for much longer. So estimate it will only last another 200 years. 200 years? Whether that's a long time or not is is all a matter of perspective. The faction I represent thinks that we should simply accept our fate. That surviving is not a future worth sending such young ones to fight for. What he's saying makes sense so far. I was hidden inside NIGOU in order to realize the anti-Exodus faction's goals. My mission was to take over NIGOU's body when the time was right, and try to persuade you all. Huh? When the time was right? What makes now the best time to do it? I'm ashamed to admit that I was supposed to take over this body much earlier. However, NIGOU's internal security system was much stronger than anticipated, so we just had to turn it off and on. At one point, I thought I'd never be able to take over. And it seems I wasn't successful in the previous 100-day iteration. But there was a moment yesterday when NIGOU's CPU experienced a large amount of stress. Bonk! It must have been when Takemura whacked him. Whack! I seized the opportunity and took over his body. I see. So please, there's no need to support this barbaric Exodus project. Stop fighting the invaders and come back to the artificial satellite with me. That's easier said than done. Well, I heard him out at least. There's still a possibility that this is just NIGOU bugging out from hitting his head. How are we supposed to get back to the artificial satellite anyway? We have an escape pod ready at the second to last defense academy. It was put there in secret, just like I was hidden away inside NIGOU. If you use that, you won't have to wait for day 100 to leave for the satellites. I guess this is all within the realm of possibility, right? So why not just escape and say goodbye to all this fighting? It's an easy decision, isn't it? I can't do that because I have a reason to fight. It's for her, my girlfriend. This time, I'm gonna protect her to the end. That's what I promised myself. Wait, hold on a minute. If I can go back to the artificial satellite with Nozomi, then I don't really have a reason to fight. But that's not the issue here. If by fighting we can ensure the success of the Exodus project, if there's a chance that we can fulfill humanity's wish, then I want to see it through. How admirable. But you don't need to support the pro faction. You've just been brainwashed by them to force the fight. You're not fighting of your own volition. What? Brainwash? Oh. I wasn't sure that we were going to reveal this fact, but okay. Hold on. What are you talking about? Well, here's an example. Gaku Maruko, who died yesterday, came from a group home, an orphanage if you will. He had complicated feelings about his upbringing, but he loved his foster siblings. He fought so that he could see them again. So what? What if I told you that his memories of his family were tampered with through brainwashing to be better than they were? What if that family was actually a bunch of low-life scumbags? And he was only brainwashed into thinking that he wanted to see them again? What? The Pro faction successfully conducted research on memory manipulation at Kamakura General Hospital. I mean, he's not right, but he's not wrong. That technology they created was installed in this school. I think you may have had an idea of what I'm talking about here. Do we brainwash Ava? No, we haven't brainwashed. I wasn't sure if we have actually like reset Ava's personality in this timeline yet. The special goddamn, I gave him the same voice. The special cognitive treatment I conducted on her is known as Dolmanic Cognitive Reconstruction Therapy. By tinkering with her brainwave frequencies, I can control her memories, thoughts, and emotions. Memories and thoughts? That's... You brainwashed her then. Brainwashed? If you want to put into terms so simplistic a monkey can understand, then yes. Any memory relating to being an invader have been erased and replaced with a profound hatred for the entire species. Even I'm surprised at just how empty a shell this has left her though. I guess I gotta get a little carried away. Tee my ass. If you remove that many memories, of course it's gonna mess her up. Actually, I think I'm gonna get Gotoh a different voice. I don't know if I can do this, but I'll try to go lower. There's no guarantee that we didn't receive the same treatment as her. Does this mean that everything that Gotoh has told me has been the truth? Wait, this is weird. For some reason, my thoughts are getting fuzzy. I shouldn't think about this anymore. I shouldn't ever doubt Sarah. Takumi, are you okay? My brain feeling a little fuzzy. You poor thing. It's the brainwashing. Actually, no. You know, this is gonna be really weird. I'm just gonna work around, just try different things. In addition to brainwashing, in addition to implanting a reason for you to fight, you've been brainwashed into fully submitting to serious control. What are you talking about? Zero would never do something as barbaric as brainwashing us. That's precisely what he'd do. Although, I suppose, there's no point in trying to convince you in your current state. But I have this for you. We got red pills. This pill can neutralize the effects of the latest brainwashing you underwent. If you have any suspicion that you're not your true self at this moment, take this. It can be the only way for you to regain your free will and defy that power defy the power that be. Siri brainwashed me? There's no way that's possible. I may be able to prove it by taking this pill. If my feelings towards Siri don't change after taking the pill, that would prove that I was never brainwashed. I mean, by the same logic, you can say that maybe this pill will brainwash you into thinking that he's brainwashing you. Oh shit, we got a choice this early. Decide your destiny. Would you like to take the red pill or the blue pill? But this time you have no choice. Actually, the choice is red pill or no pill. Take the red pill. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't trust Sirei for brainwashing, but I also don't trust Gotoh. Yeah, I don't trust Gotoh at all. I'm not gonna do it. I'll pass. So right now we are here. Okay. For all you have to say about Sirei, you're pretty sketchy yourself. There's no telling what the pill will actually do to me if I take it. Those are pretty natural suspicions, don't you think? Well, your argument is quite sound. It's exceedingly right-minded and super duper reasonable. But sound arguments won't change the world around you. Huh? Do we just get tased?
Don't think less of me for this.
Ah. I guess they both have tasers.
But if you don't have any intention of leaving the pro faction, then I can't let you live.
Oh, we're gonna die?
If you're going to blame anything, blame the pro faction's cunning. And your own foolishness.
Well, I was right not to trust the... Oh man, what? This is the conspiracy route, a fair point. What? I think I see why we have like 8 endings in this round now. Yeah, I don't know about this Gotoh fellow. Oh god, I was like, how am I gonna get 8 endings? I thought I was gonna get it by splitting into like much longer routes, but nope, we're getting tased. All right, fine. I'll take your red pill. I'll just have to tell them I'm on the pill. Take it. So is this still gonna be the conspiracy route? I'll have to check the thing. I'll take the pill. Oh, so this entire route is called the conspiracy route. Interesting. I took the pill from Gotoh and put it in my mouth. So, well, I think my stomach, it feels a little warm, but that's it. That's not what I mean. Had your head stop feeling fuzzy now? Oh, it has. I actually feel like a little sharper than before. You see, you were brainwashed by Sirei to further the Pro-Exodus Project faction's cause. Brainwashed, deceived, and manipulated to fight. This is a really weird voice, but I kind of like doing this voice. How do you feel about that statement? Sounds pretty accurate to me. yeah, I think that's what happened to me. Good. Well, I was glad that had been undone. I suddenly got scared because this meant I really had been brainwashed. I really have been tricked into fighting, just like Gotoh said. Oh, but don't get the wrong idea. This doesn't mean your brainwashing has been completely reversed. What do you mean? I told you the pill has lessened the effects of your latest brainwashing. You received brainwashing prior to this. That pill only undid the brainwashing that forced you to be loyal to Sirei. Your original brainwashing is probably still in effect. Yeah, I was thinking like, if we took this pill and undid our brainwashing, does that mean that like our entire past just went like, yep, gone. Our entire backstory that was made up, gone. Because that's technically brainwashing too, right? You mean the one that created a reason for me to fight? Yeah, it's the same one that I'll explain that was given to Gaku. Like making you feel that the family that you hated was actually important to you, for example. The reason all you were given to fight were twisted by brainwashing. And you're still under that influence. The reason you believe you had to fight were all put inside of your head by the Pro faction. So just like Gaku, the reason I fight, is it possible? She's not actually important to me after all? I've just been made to believe that she is, and that I want to fight for her? I can give you more details about your brainwashing if you want. You're all brainwashed as soon as you were brought here using the device in the infirmary. The students from the second campus received theirs when they arrived there. That campus has their own separate brainwashing device. So it's not as if I directly witnessed all of you getting brainwashed here on the first campus. But I have already checked the logs of the device in your infirmary. Would you like to hear the details about the brainwashing they gave you? I think I'll pass. Because if what he says was true, then the reason I fight. If he tells me what I think he's going to tell me, there's a chance I'll shut down completely. I won't even be able to fight or run or even stand anymore. That is true. We kind of saw that happen in the second scenario. I suppose avoiding the truth is a valid option as well. But your fear suggests that you believe what I'm telling you. Does that mean you'll join me and support the anti-Exodus faction's cause? What should I do? Should I work with Gotoh and the anti-faction? What the fuck? Wow, really? Wow, we're getting a lot of choices. That means we're probably going to get a lot of quick endings, to be honest. Honestly, I'm gonna say no because I think he's gonna tase me again. I'm gonna try to get the bad ends now. It's your future. All right, hit me, bro. Hit me. I can't help you. What? Why not? Don't you believe me? No, it makes sense, and normally I would believe you. Then why? I want to believe all this meant something. I want to believe Syria has been supporting us all this time, and that my reason for fighting hasn't just been one big mistake. Gotoh gave a condescending laugh and a golf clap before speaking, and then taking out his freaking taser and then zapping me. Oh. You pass. Huh? The anti-exit. The anti-Exodus faction, the brainwashing, it was all a complete lie. I told you about the opposition forces to test your loyalty, Mr. Sumino. You see, there's still a chance that there was a spy hidden amongst the special defense unit. Seriously, that's all it was? I was less than amused at being tested like this. Well, I'm glad. I think once we let our guard down, he's gonna tase us and we're gonna get a bad ending, because I feel like, the thing is, I don't even know why. I had a line of thought and I forgot it. I'm glad it was all a lie, at least. Truly glad, in fact. Oh, you really are that gullible.
Boys are so slow on the uptake.
And game over? Yep. Just a test? Oh boy, I got 2 endings already. Wait, after decision? Oh right, I forgot you can do that. Will you help the anti-Exodus faction? Sure. I guess we're just gonna get tased if we don't listen. Yes! Well, it's your future! I'll help you, Gotoh, because you're definitely the most trustworthy person I know. Yes, I'm in. I believe you when you say that we've also been brainwashed into fighting by Sire. Oh, thank you. But what can I do to help you? I just go back to the artificial satellite in the escape pod at the second campus like you asked. Is there anything else I can do? Yes, there is. That's why I approached you first. I want you to convince everyone in our group, is probably what he's gonna say. What I want to ask you is to persuade everyone else. Huh? I mean, how are we gonna get out of this? Because like, we're still gonna blow up, right? If we defy Sire. Like, once we try to leave camp, like, we either kill Sire and get resurrected on the spot, and then that way Sire can't command us. Yeah, I guess that would be the only option, because if we all leave, Sire can just blow us up, right? Unless there's a range to his bombs. Yeah, I want you to tell the others the truth, just like I did with you. That you've all been brainwashed to fight, and that you don't need to fight anymore. They should all escape together instead. Alright, I don't mind doing that, but why me? Why don't you just talk to them yourselves like you did with me? It'll probably be more believable coming from you anyway. Nah, that'll be too risky. I can't keep sneaking around Sire's back. If I do, you might notice that there's something wrong with NIGOU and figure out my secret. There's also something else I need to do in the meantime. What's that? You remember I told you there was an escape pod at the other academy? I'll need some fixing up before it's usable. So if you can work on getting the others on board while I'm still working on that, then we wouldn't lose any time. An efficient oh wait. Huh. If this is a route where we have to basically escape, that means our deadline isn't day 100 anymore. Like with the Ato route where our deadline was day 63, our deadline could be significantly shorter, so this route doesn't actually have to be too long. Maybe it's just a whole bunch of short choices like, are you gonna listen to Gotoh or no and die? Yeah, I guess that does make sense. Thank you. Anyway, here's something that'll help you persuade them. Gotoh handed me some more red pills. And with them, a whole stack of red envelopes. Oh, does that have money in it? Are these the same as the pills I just took? Yeah, give them to anyone who you think could have received the same more recent brainwash as you did. Okay, but what about these envelopes? You're open-minded, so you believe me. But that won't be necessarily the case with everyone else. If anyone is skeptical, you can hand them the envelopes instead. Each one contains background intel about the Special Defense Unit, along with hints about the brainwashing-induced reasons to fight. Just hints? Why not the full details? You're really asking me that when you were too scared to ask me the details about your case?
Hey!
He's got a good point. It would be a little bit too extreme to the point where it's like, yeah, fuck it, I'm not gonna listen to you. Okay, point taken. Anything too specific could be overwhelming. I suppose their kindness is in holding back. So, just so you know, there are 12 envelopes. One for each survivor, excluding Ava. I put yours in there too if you ever want to learn the full truth about your own brainwashing. Thanks, my doll have it in me to open it before I can get back to satellite. I think we are gonna open it at one point. Anyway, we'll be launching the escape pod in 3 days. Please get everyone on board by then. Ooh, that's our deadline. 3 days. 37. Okay, but what? Good heavens. What was that for? Did you just say 3 days? I know it's rather sudden, but that's as long as I can stay in control of NIGOU's body. Past that, it's back to square one. You'll lose your chance to escape to the artificial satellite. So 3 days is all I can give you. But you can do it. I believe in you. What if I can't persuade them all in 3 days? That means you'll be heading back to the satellite with only the members you successfully persuaded. And if you can't convince anyone, you'll be going alone. You wouldn't want that, would you? No, I wouldn't. I'm sure that you ought to know, but Siri cannot find out about this. Not about my existence or the fact that you're going around trying to persuade people to leave. He's the embodiment of the Pro faction. If he catches us, just imagine it gives me the chills. So I need to persuade everyone in 3 days without Siri finding out. That sounds impossible. But there's no way I'm going back alone and leaving everyone else behind. Sounds like I'm just gonna have to make the impossible possible with my hemo anima. Okay, that was bizarre. Huh. So day 37 is our deadline. I'll be in autumn. At least day 37 at night. The Exodus Project. The pro and anti factions, Siri, Gotoh, the brainwashing, our reason for fighting, our right to run away. There's a lot to think about, but I don't have time. Gotoh said yesterday the escape pod from Second to Last Defense Academy will launch in 3 days. That's the day after tomorrow. There's no time to change paths or look for other options. I have to stay on the one I decided was right for me. What? Who do I start with? It can't just be anyone. There's definite possibility that this decision will make or break this whole plan. I need to choose carefully. The person most likely to hear me out is... maybe Takemaru? Do you have a choice here? I was thinking because Takemaru already knows that we're brainwashed. Same thing with Tsubasa. Hiroko or Kurata? I actually have no idea. I don't think any of these is a good idea. I'll choose Hiroko. I don't think Kurara really listens to us at all. Hiroko is willing to hear us out, and she has always respected our decision, other than that one time when we decided to kill NIGOU because she thought that we were clearly brainwashed. Oh wait, in Hiroko also she had suspicions that she was brainwashed as well, I think, because at one point we were talking about things that we talked about, and she was like, I don't remember talking about that. Maybe I should talk to Hiroko first. Yeah, she also mentioned brain. Yeah, you're acting a little strange lately. You know that? Huh? Strange how? If you haven't noticed anything, then forget it. I'll take care of this myself. Hiroko had been concerned about me before. Now that I think of it, perhaps she had already realized there was a chance I'd been brainwashed. So that's not all. And then now we think that she's brainwashed. You said that your suspicions grew after what Siri said about brainwashing, right? You mean about me, right? You've been saying something's off about me? Please tell me, what was that all about? Why do you think something was off about me? Oh, that?
Oh.
I'm sorry about that. I was just imagining things. Maybe Hiroko is under the same kind of brainwashing as me. Some kind of secondary brainwashing. That would explain why she suddenly took back what she said about me seeming strange and stopped suspecting Sirai. In that case, I better hurry up and get her to take the pill. Please, Hiroko, take this really suspicious pill.
Huh.
Huh. I don't think we've ever been in Hiroko's room. The only time we saw Hiroko's room was in the flashback when Eito killed her. I mean, her color scheme being purple makes a whole bunch of sense, but her room is surprisingly empty. But I guess she's very practical. What she doesn't need, she doesn't have. What is it that you want to talk about so badly? You're creeping me out. Please, just stay cool with me and hear me out. You don't have to fight anymore. We could just run away. If you're not joking, then can I safely assume that you've finally lost your mind? I'm not joking. I'm not crazy. A crazy person wouldn't be aware that they've lost their mind anyway. True, I know some crazy people. Please, just hear me out. I looked Hiroko directly in the eyes. She in turn glared directly back at me. Fine, let's hear it. Ah, man. Hiroko's such a good character in the second timeline. I relayed everything Gotoh had told me the day before. She noted that her head was in a daze, just like mine, so I had her take the pill. Once she did, her mind seemed to become clearer. It seems I have no choice but to believe you. That said, she still appeared reluctant to accept all of it. The anti-Exodus faction are brainwashing to give us a reason to fight, the secondary brainwashing to make us obedient to Sirai, and the escape pod at Second to Last Defense Academy. One by one, Hiroko came to terms with all these assorted details. The thing is, one thing that's got me kind of like, is the fact that this is called the conspiracy. Oh wait, are we gonna get a game over? We did veer off from this path, which seems to be a straight line. Fuck it. But like, the thing is, oh, goddamn, I lost my train of thought again. What was I thinking? Second to last. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me, but I completely forgot what my train of thought was, even though I was literally saying it out loud like a minute ago. One by one, Hiroko came to terms with all these assorted details. And lastly, here. Oh, right. This route is called the conspiracy route. So, like, I guess the conspiracy is that there's another group or something, but I thought, whenever I think conspiracy, I think of something that completely changes how I think about something. Like, a shadow, like an overlaying plan that has been planned around our plan, but has been hitting from everyone else. But I guess you can say the anti-Exodus project group is the conspiracy, but I'm expecting something else, so that's why I think that's not gonna be just it. And lastly, here. No need to force yourself to read it. I'm just giving you the option. Did you look at the clue about your brainwashing in your envelope? Nah, I got cold feet, and I figured it wasn't really necessary. You pathetic coward. It's what I like to say, but I'm not looking at mine either, for roughly the same reason. With that, Hiroko tossed the envelope she had just received onto her desk.
Oh.
We should start discussing what we're gonna do from here. But would you give me a moment alone first? Sure, but why? There's something I need to think about. It shouldn't take too long. Go wait for me in your room. Okay. Perhaps Hiroko asked for the moment to think that so that she could briefly let out her tears. Or maybe she actually did want to see the envelope's content, but without me there. Whichever the case may be, I did as she asked and headed back to my room. Okay, part of me was like, are we gonna die and combust, like spontaneously combust or something? Because I did veer off that path. Not even 10 minutes had passed before I heard my doorbell ring. It's open. Hey there, Sumino. Just wanted to check how you're doing. Oh shit, did she snitch on us? Is it because like I don't care, I want to fight? Oh god, I'm scared. What are you doing here? Oh, you know perfectly well. Why play dumb now? Fine. If you're gonna force me to say it, you were sold out. Sold out? Who would do? There's only one person. Now I suppose it goes without saying, Hiroko. She must have been pretending to believe me and asked for time to think so she could report me to Sirai. It wouldn't have been too hard for her to pretend to swallow the red pill to trick me either. Well, damn it. I want the do-over. Blah. Wow, huh. Conspiracy route. Plans exposed. Honestly, I'm not surprised about the snitch, but I thought it was gonna be Hideko basically saying, yeah, but I want to fight. Did you not hear me talking about the viscera? Maybe later on I'll be satisfied because I fought enough, but for now I've only had like 3 fights. Oh man. Alright, that's 3 endings already. We're almost halfway there. Alright, I gotta choose Kurata. I guess it's another reason why you have to save Kurara here. So that, because we have to find some bozo that'll believe us. Who will you persuade first? I guess, Hideko does follow Takumi's choices as long as she doesn't think he's crazy. I think that's the thing. Alright, Kurara. I thought this was gonna be your route, or at least you were gonna get more attention, and I guess now you are. Maybe I should go to Kurata first. She seemed pretty down when I spoke to her yesterday. She's like, she's vulnerable now. I chose her for this purpose. It's not like her to show her true feelings like that. Why am I the one who's still alive? Kurara. I should have been the one who died. You don't need to fight anymore. I'll bet Kurata wants to hear those words more than anything else right now. In her state, she's bound to accept all this craziness about the anti-Exodus faction and the brainwashing pretty much at face value. A twinge of guilt crept into my heart, but my personal feelings were of no concern at the moment. Wow! Okay, so she's got a little bit more regal patterning in her door and like some bombs at the corner. What do you need to talk about so badly that you come to my room uninvited? If it's some mundane drivel, I'll tear the skin right off your face. Starting off on a strong note, I see. More important than that, though, I have to come right out and tell her. Kurata, we don't have to fight anymore. We can just run away. Huh? If this is all just a joke, it's even more lame than I expect from you. I'm serious. What? And that's supposed to make me believe you? Please, just hear me out. I looked Kurata directly in the eyes. She, in turn, glared directly back at me. Tell me everything. And so I did. I relayed everything Gotoh had told me the day before. Kurata didn't exhibit any of the dazed sensation that I felt. It appears that her brainwashing was only to instill her reason for fighting. Once she finished listening to my explanations, she spoke in a low murmur. It all sounds pretty far-fetched. Yeah, I know, but I believe it. I want you to believe it too, if you can. I believe it because if I don't, I'm going to get a game over. I want you to trust me so we can go back to the artificial satellite together. But you must understand, as a proud daughter of the Osazuki clan, I could never run away no matter the... No, it can't be. Kurata's expression clouded over mid-sentence, as if she just realized something. Does she know the name Gotoh? Is it like the enemies of the Osazuki or something? Or maybe a member of the Osazukis? That apprehension seemed to stroke my own feelings of guilt, but I pressed ahead all the same. If her pride as an Osazuki is what's making you fight, then maybe that's a part of the brainwashing they did onto you. The real Osazuki might not be the prominent family that Kurata believed them to be. Or maybe she wasn't even a part of the Osazuki family at all. If it's her obligation to her family that she was the foundation of what motivated her to keep fighting, any of that was possible. Here, in case you need it. I was told that contained a clue about your brainwashing. A clue? Yeah, they said a straight explanation would be too shocking. Alright, I'll take a look. Hand it over. Kurata snatched the envelope from my hand. You're gonna open it? Naturally, of course. I'm scared, but I would be simply miserable living with the possibility that which I hold most dear being fake, and I can't have that haunting me forever. If that's what's in here, if what's in here can dispel that misery, then that's a chance I'll have to take. You're one tough girl. Of course, I'm an Osazuki after all. I will be until I open this envelope anyway. With that sharp remark, Kurata opened the envelope. Inside was a single sheet of paper which she cast her eyes over intently. What's it say? It's about my father. It says he died 5 years ago. What? Sure enough, I have no memory of this. I had no idea he was dead. In fact, I remember him being in fine health right before I came to this school. So your brainwashing was to make you forget about your father's passing? Yes, if I'm to trust this note, that seems to be the case. But more than that, my father, Kurama Osazuki, was the head of the Osazuki clan. If he's dead, the family is no more. I think we can say that my brainwashing was actually about the state of the Osazuki family itself. The one thing that keeps me fighting up to this point has been my pride as an Osazuki. And according to this note, all of that was just a lie. My father had been dead for 5 years and I forgot about the fall of the Osazuki family. No, I was made to forget. Okay, yeah, I thought she wouldn't buy this, but no, she's buying it. She's vulnerable. About that envelope. Was there anything else in there besides the stuff about your father's passing? Well, this piece of paper here is a copy of his death certificate. The cause of his death was cancer, plain and simple. I see. But this is a bit too disheartening, isn't it? I imagine the clue would be a little less hard-hitting than something like this. Those anti-Exodus simpletons are painfully straightforward. Their lack of consideration is rather off-putting. I agree. Naturally, this doesn't mean that I accept the sheet of paper as the absolute truth. This Gotoh you told me about could be making it all up. He could be deceiving you, and in turn deceiving me as well. Yeah, there's a possibility too. There's no proof as to whether this brainwashing stuff is true or not. It really is just a matter of choosing who to trust. I suppose so. Yes, I understand. That's why I'm choosing to trust you, Takumi. You are? I don't like it, but it seems like there's some credibility to what you've told me. If there's a chance that we can go home without fighting, I want to hold on to it. I just feel a kind of regret holding me back. If I believe you and we chose to stop fighting and run away, then the others who died, what's the point of their sacrifice? Their deaths would have been in vain, won't they? That is a good point. We did kill Kyoshika off for this, and she cared a lot about Kyoshika, and now she's literally suffering from survivor's guilt. So, were our friends' deaths in vain? I feel like no is going to result in me dying. Yeah. Because Ellipses is gonna be like, I'm glad that you're admitting it. But no is like, why are you lying to me now? Let's go with no. It's your future to get a game over and come back to this decision. If I go to the chapter select, yep, wow, I am nailing these bad endings. They weren't in vain. Huh? What do you mean? I mean, you're alive because Gaku died, aren't you? So, because I'm alive, Gaku's death wasn't in vain? The only purpose for his life was to keep me alive, is that what you're saying? No, that's not what I meant. Then what did you mean? What train of thoughts derailed you into thinking that you could tell me their deaths were anything more than senseless tragedies? If you're saying whatever you think sounds right to fit the mood, I'll end you here and now. I'm sorry. That wasn't very considerate of me. But even if my logic doesn't hold up, I still don't want to admit that their deaths were pointless. I don't want them to have died in vain. I feel the same way. I don't want them to have died in vain. That's why I've decided to keep fighting. Huh? That's the only way I can truly honor their memories. All this talk about their sacrifice allowing us to sneak away to the artificial satellite, about how their spirits live on with us. No matter what, I refuse to talk myself into some kind of deception. I'll fight and I'll win. I'll get through I'll get through these 100 days, and then only then, I will finally be able to say that their deaths weren't in vain. And when I die, I'll be able to look at them in the eyes in the afterlife. But
no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
You know what? I like this. Because I feel like this is a case where Takumi is falling for someone's trap, and we're getting our BS called. Whoa. If you don't want their lives to have been wasted either, you don't want their lives to have been wasted either, do you, Takumi? Then firm up your resolve and get your ass in gear. Stop spewing this hypocrisy. If you really want their death to mean something, running away from our responsibility is the last thing you should be thinking of. Let's fight. Let's win this war. Let's hold on to what we can. Huh? Oh wow, we're getting motivated. You're right. I'd failed to persuade Kurara, yet somehow it seems like this wasn't the wrong choice. It felt like we were on the right path after all. What? Where were you? You weren't here before. Come on!
Dear me, you do have a way with words, don't you?
You also took off her mask. How dare you?
But if you're not able to translate them into positive action, they'll never be anything more.
Wow. Wow. I was feeling hope's empty words. Oh my god. Alright, yeah. 17, 16, and 15. Suddenly we have... Oh, we have 18. Okay. For some reason, mentally I thought that was 20. Were our friends' deaths in vain? I don't really know. It's your future. They weren't in vain. If I had to put that sentiment into words, I could have phrased it that way. It was only because of our friend's sacrifice that we could now escape. In that sense, their deaths definitely had meaning, or something to that effect. But saying that would be insincere, dishonest. They didn't die so that we could be free. They fought to win and died fighting. In a war, they were tricked into joining at that. I couldn't find any significance in their deaths. In a sense, their deaths were nothing but an unfortunate result of their being manipulated. That was a much more cold-hearted way of putting it, but it was closer to how I really felt about it. Don't just stand there with that dopey look on your face. Say something. Sorry. Well, I'm glad that you didn't give me some half-assed positivity at least. What do you mean? Part of me wanted to cling on to anything that would gloss over this whole situation. If you'd said something carelessly optimistic, it would have been way too tempting to get on board with that. But your silence just now let me know that it's okay to feel this despair. I'm glad. I see. Can you give me 30 minutes to myself? Huh? Sure, but why? Take a wild guess. I don't want you to see me cry. I can't see you cry anyways. You're behind your freaking mask. I'm gonna think about how my father is probably dead and the Otsutsuki clan with him. And I'll also think about our friends' meaningless deaths while I'm at it. Right. When I'm done crying, I'll place my trust in you, and we can start thinking about what we can do from here on. I just need a little time. Understand? Just please don't snitch. Thanks. I waited for Kurara in my room. Her father's gone, and her friends died in vain. It's also horrible that no one would want to believe it, but in spite of all that, she still chose to trust me. She really is one tough girl. Oh boy. Just as the 30 minutes were up, Kurara arrived in my room. Pardon the wait. Are you okay? Of course, who do you take me for? Though I guess I should probably drop the smug act from here on out. Now that my father's dead, the proud Otsutsuki name has died with him. I think you can keep it up if you want. Even if the Otsutsuki family is no more, you're still the same proud Kurara Otsutsuki as before. What? Nothing. I was simply impressed that you're able to offer a few half-decent words of encouragement. I'd embrace myself for you to rub salt in my wound with some insincere inanities. Don't talk as if I was some kind of psychopath. Anyway, let's think about what we're gonna do from here on. The escape pod takes off in 2 days, yes? We need to persuade the others to join us without Siri catching on before then. The more I think about it, the more this seems like a game that's impossible to win. Yeah, I hear that. That's just not enough time. Just keeping things out of Siri's notice is a tall order too. If we fail to persuade even one of them, they'll probably go right to Siri and tell them what we're up to. Should we just give up? Say what? No, I'm kidding. Well, half kidding. There's a notable disparity between our goals and the obstacles in our way. Even without Siri keeping an eye on us, 2 days would be a tight window to convince everyone. To start with, we'll need to do something about Siri. What kind of something? Who knows? The only thing that comes to mind is smashing him into pieces. Huh? Huh? Smash him into pieces. It's not an option, right? I suppose so. I mean, that's what I was thinking too. That was the only way we can get away with this. Yes, that might work. At first, I thought it'd be dangerous, not to mention against the rules, but desperate times call for desperate measures. And Siri's rules are a bunch of hogwash anyway. If we destroy him before we persuade the others, we won't need to worry about anyone blowing our cover if we fail to convince them. We can even bring anyone we don't have to convince to the artificial satellite by force if we have to. It's more than satisfactory. So what do? The clock's ticking. We need to act fast. I'm more than fine with taking him out, but I'll leave the final choice to you. Well, in that case, decide your destiny. More choices. Are you going to destroy Siri? You know, for this one, I'm actually gonna say yes. I feel like that's the only way this will work. It's the future. Where am I? No! Well, it do be like that sometimes. Alright, let's destroy Siri. I don't think we have any other choice. Fine by me. It's just the kind of shakeup this place could use. But destroying him won't be a simple matter. Maybe we should take a page out of that lunatic Ito's book. If I recall correctly, he actually managed it in your last timeline, didn't he? He asked to speak with Siri alone while the rest of us were sleeping, under the guise of learning how to use Hemo Anima. And once he did transform, he immediately used his class weapon to destroy Siri. Yeah, and he pulled it off in my previous 100 days. Siri did blow Ito up when he made his move, but the Revival-matic brought him back to life. He showed up afterwards, feigning ignorance about the whole incident. Of course, when he had come up with some sort of setup, we'll only get one shot at this. He only got one shot. The problem is, what should the setup be? Siri's gonna be much more cautious of us calling him now than he was back when Ito did. Ding dong, Siri just shows up. It's like, oh, who is it? Oh, it's me. Oh my god, my voice. It's me, NIGOU. There's something I'd like to talk with you about. May I come in? He said NIGOU, so we should assume that but should we assume it's really Gotoh? NIGOU can't have come back somehow, can he? What color is the envelope? Oh, what's this now? Some manner or password? Some well-known song lyric, perhaps? A chill ran down my spine. For whatever reason, NIGOU's original personality seems to have reasserted itself. Sorry. Just, I forgot what voice I gave him already. Just my little joke. Huh? The envelope is red, so is the pill.
Hey!
So not funny. Well then, pardon the intrusion. Oh, Kurata Suzuki. Does this mean? Yeah, I want her over to our side. We are just planning on how we were going to persuade the others to get on board as well. So you're Gotoh. So it's your fault that my brain is at a boiling point right now. Oh my, sorry. I know all too well that I'm asking the impossible. Let's put that aside. You had something you wanted to talk about, yeah? Actually, I only mentioned that as an excuse to come visit you as NIGOU. Is it highly possible that someone could have seen me come here after all? What I really wanted was to come and check on how your efforts were going. I assume that Kurata was the only one you managed to persuade so far. Yeah, so far at least. What are you doing here? You said that you'd be at the Last Defense Academy running the maintenance on the skate pod. That should be plenty to keep you busy. Can't you leave the persuading to me, or is the maintenance finished already? Oh, I must not have told you. This skate pod maintenance is all performed remotely. So I'll be here at the school the whole time until departure. That's why they were there to zap me. I thought they went. By the way, I'm doing maintenance at this very moment. I'll most certainly have to work up until the very last minute to get it done. Okay. Back to the subject of persuading everyone. Do you think you can do it in a day or two? No, at least not if we do everything above board. Above board? Yeah, so we figured out destroying Siri might make the job more feasible. You'll destroy him? Convincing everyone without him noticing would be difficult. No, frankly, it'd be straight up impossible. Especially since we got snitches here, and they're gonna get stitches. That being the case, we thought it might be best to take Siri out of the equation first. I see, so that's what your move is. It's such a clever strategy. I'm not sure why I didn't think about it before. Oh hey, I just thought of something brilliant. Huh? Something brilliant? To destroy Siri, we need to call him to some place that's deserted all the time. And you're the perfect lump of metal for the job. You can do that for us, Gotoh. If you tell him that you're after an emergency sometime after there's an emergency sometime after the lights out and ask him to come with you, we'll be able to trap him without any fear of raising suspicion. That's not a bad idea. Gotoh's plan certainly sounds like the most natural approach. Will you do it? Of course. It should really be me taking care of everything, so I'll do whatever I can to help. I swear by the name of the anti-Exodus faction, I'll make this operation a success. Part of me is wondering is like, I kind of believe that there is an anti-Exodus faction. There would be people that would say like, fuck this mission. It's inhumane. But part of me is wondering, is there even gonna be another spaceship to help us take us to the satellite? I'm wondering if we're gonna get like tricked, outright deceived, so that we do all this work of basically fucking this place over, and then we have nowhere to go. We're just all gonna die. Okay. Next day? No. Eddie,
Well then.
soldiers, I'm not gonna die, I hope. That night, I felt strangely conflicted. He's already in his class armor. I was really extremely anxious about our plan, yet didn't feel real. We were actually going to destroy Sire. We'd figure out the plan step by step. Gotoh pretending to be NIGOU would soon lead Sire here. He'd tell him that something crazy had happened in the cafeteria and to come quickly. When he got here, I'd be waiting for him. I'd be in my class armor and ready to attack. Kurata would be on standby in an empty classroom nearby, ready to deal with any unforeseen developments. Gotoh would give the signal to attack. Being the closest to Sire, it'd be easiest for him to gauge when he has his guard down. It seemed like the perfect plan, other than the fact that I didn't really want to destroy Sire. But I have to set those feelings aside. The door opened. So, what the heck is going on in here? You said there was some emergency in the cafeteria. Oh, yes sir. We had to deal with it this very minute or it will get completely out of hand. Really? Because I don't see anything here to deal with. Are you sure you didn't just hear some bugs skittering around or something equally pointless? Is it decision time? Okay. Suddenly Gotoh looked my way. His eyes met mine from my hiding place from the shadows. I actually don't know where we are at the moment. Now, go! On Gotoh's mark. Choice? Yep. Decide your destiny. Destroy Sire. I'm gonna say yes. I feel like we've already committed, so like, fuck it. I don't even know anymore, dude. Oh no, I feel like this is might not be the opportune moment, though. I'm sorry. What the? I wonder if, actually, let's see. Nope, they'll continue it on, all right. I wondered if it was like this for Eito as well. Okay. It was incredibly easy cutting Sire in half. But in the next instant, well, see you guys later. A mechanical sound rang from my chest. Boom! I blacked out on the spot alongside a fit of intense pain. Ow. Owie. Owie. Day 36. Come on, just how long are you gonna sleep? Get up already. Oh my god, I'm there and there and there. I woke up to Kurata's voice and slowly realized that I was back in my room. Did it work? It sure did. You did splendidly. You split Sire clean in two. And then he activated the bomb in your chest and you blew up into bits. The drone carried the pieces to the infirmary and once you were reassembled, I brought you back here. You spent the night out cold and now here we are. Was I naked? Yes. I've already cleaned up the mess that your blade and your blood and Sire's remains have left behind, of course. Thanks, I appreciate it. But the next step is going to be crucial. Do you remember our plan for today? Convince everyone? Yeah, we're gonna meet up with the rest of the team in the cafeteria and try to persuade them to join us. Okay, well at least they won't be high on juice this time. Now that Siro's out of the picture, there wasn't any need to sneak around and talk to them one by one. I already told the others to meet us in the cafeteria at noon. It's almost that time now. We should get going. I just had to hope that it would all work out. And yet, the hope was frightfully cold and a detached one. I don't feel good about this at all. It's interesting because this is just a series of wrong choices. When Kurata and I arrived at the cafeteria, everyone except Sire, Gotoh, and Eito was there. What the hell? I mean, Eito was gone already. What the hell, you two? You got some balls calling us here and then showing up last. Sorry. Never mind that. Just hurry up and tell us what you want to talk about. Judging from that timid expression of yours, Mrs. Sumino, it's something serious. Not to mention that it's so rare of you to be the one to reach out to us, Kurata. Right? I could understand if it was Takumi making the call. I simply took a little interest in how my slaves were doing, nothing more. Who are you calling slaves?
Um,
Oh wait, where are Sire and NIGOU? You must have called them here too, right? NIGOU's busy with another task, so he's been excused. As for Sire, Kurata glanced my way. I took that as my signal to speak. Sire's not coming, or rather he can't. He can't? Is he out on an excursion somewhere? I answered honestly. Last night, I tricked Sire into meeting me and destroyed him. Just like Eito did in my previous timeline. Say what? You destroyed him? I understand. It must be hard to believe, but it's the truth. If you like, I can show you his remains later. And you? Are you an accomplice to this, Kurata? Wait, hold on. What do you mean you destroyed him? Takumi, Kurata, have you gone crazy? Are you like Eito now? You must have had some kind of reason, right? Well, now I think about it. So, I have 4 endings. I have 2 endings that I missed. I'm assuming these are like single branches, immediate deaths. That means if I have 2 more endings here for a total of 8, I just have 1 more choice. So I guess it's a choice of everyone on board or fuck this mission. I don't know. I told everyone the events of the past 3 days, not holding anything back. Only Hiroko noted that her head was in a daze like mine had been. When I offered her one of the pills, she took it without hesitation. Maybe actually this time. And lastly, here. Each member of the team had their own brainwashing concerns. Had their own brainwashing concerning their reasons for fighting. I handed them all the envelopes with the clues about those reasons, all except Ava, of course. We already knew about her brainwashing after all. We give Ava one of the pills. She's like, "Wait a minute, you guys are the invaders." We're like, "Oh crap." Everyone else reacted to the envelopes in different ways. I don't think I'll look at mine. I'll pass as well. I ain't looking either. Feels like it won't be me anymore if I do. Some chose not to look at their envelopes, same as me. No way, it can't be true. We needn't read more, Kako. I thought, imagine for Ima, it's like, you and Kako aren't actually related, because that is his reading for fighting. He's like, no, my sister is not my sister. And then 3 seconds later, ooh, she's not my sister. What, this can't be. It all has to be a lie. That's right. I mean, no matter how awful an existence mine is guaranteed to me, this can't be part of it. Some opened their envelopes and were shocked at the contents. I just don't know what to think about this. It's so shocking, it actually makes me feel less queasy. To think that there'd come a day when my soul would be denied like this. This isn't a worked shoot, is it? And there are those who opened the envelope, but they were at a loss of from how unreal it seemed. Each had their own reaction, but they were all equally confused. Now, like in hindsight, this means that Gotoh, or at least the people who programmed Gotoh, the anti-Exodus faction, they had to be in this project as well, because they would have details about our backstory, like all of us, right? So they had to be, they basically had to be one of the people injecting memories into us, since now we know that they're all false. Unless it just has the truth, but like the truth that we got for Kurata was not right? So yeah, something is wrong. I'm sure you all have different thoughts about this. Some of you might not even accept it, but I'm asking you to trust me. I want you to believe what I'm telling you, so we can all escape together. The tense silence held like a sheet of thin ice. Sorry, but Nozomi began to speak, softly treading upon that thin ice and forming the first cracks. I'm still only half convinced. It sounds so impossible that my reason for fighting was implanted into my mind. I still think it's worth believing in. The only way things can make sense is if I trust what I know is real. Even so, even if my reason for fighting is a lie, I don't know if that means I should give up. I just... If we give up now, wouldn't everything that we've done here become totally meaningless? The fear, the bravery, the battles, how we've learned to care for one another, the sadness at losing our friend. Nozomi, I don't want all that to be in vain. I can't bear to think that there was no point in our time here. It was the same as when I persuaded Kurata. Not wanting all our fighting to be pointless, not wanting to think that we'd suffered through, not wanting to think all that we suffered through had been for nothing. I understood Nozomi's feelings painfully well. But because I understood, I knew exactly what to say. Everything we did. There we go, our last choice. Everything we did. I want to say was pointless. Is that or ellipses? We have no future. That's right. It was all pointless. But that's... Whether or not admit anything is something that only we can decide. Well, in that case, I don't want it to mean anything.
My life, our lives, aren't lived for the sake of giving meaning to the past. It may be sad, and even unbearable at times, but we should abandon the past for the sake of our future.
After all, it's your future. When you put it that way. Still, I won't force you. If any of you don't believe me, or if you still want to stay at the school and fight, that's fine too. Do whatever you feel is right. I went on to share the schedule that Gotoh had prepared beforehand with everyone. Anyone who wants to skate with me, meet at the parking lot at 7 AM tomorrow. We'll take the school bus to Second to Last Defense Academy. Apparently there's an escape pod there. I will simply do as I am ordered. After a few seconds of silence, Ava, the only one amongst us with a different perspective, spoke up and looked around. Man, it's kind of depressing here without the mood maker. No one spoke up after her, but I could tell that not a single one of them wasn't going to show up tomorrow. I didn't have any solid basis for that belief, but I felt it in my guts. The gloomy atmosphere of despair that dominated the cafeteria was all the proof I needed. Yeah. I am genuinely curious if there's going to be a escape pod. I was the first to leave the cafeteria and escape to my room. No one spoke up or to stop me or want to hear more details. I'm kind of surprised Shion hasn't shown up actually. I somehow felt extremely exhausted, despite the fact that I did practically nothing and only spoke words I already planned to say. Is he exhausted for another reason other than like the stress? I collapsed onto my bed as if my battery were completely spent. And just as I was about to let my consciousness slip away. Who is it? It's me, Gotoh. I'm coming in. I heard from Karara that you're able to thoroughly convince everyone. Thank you, truly. I'm glad I could count on you. How about on your side? Is the escape pod maintenance going to be finished in time? A cliche twist like the pod breaking down just as we're about to take off is something I can do without. You needn't worry about all that. Leave it all to me. Once you get there, literally all you have to do is push a button to launch. And we simply have to ride out the rest of the time peacefully until tomorrow. Oh, and by the way, about Ava, I'll do a brainwashing and leave her here on the planet. That alright with you? Of course, I'll be sure to do it right so that she won't become an issue down the line. Yeah, that's not a problem. She was originally an enemy, and yet it wouldn't have felt right leaving her brainwashed like that. There may not have been any reason to bring her to the artificial satellite, but that didn't seem mean that we needed to kill her. Then this really brings it all to the finish line. I'm really relieved. I thought for sure that you'd bring up some more stuff I need to do. Well, about that. Oh no, I've got a bad feeling about this. I do have one more request of you, but I promise this will be the last one. Okay, I'm gonna check those chapters. This is gonna be a straight line one, isn't it? Wow, I went through 4 bad ends and then immediately 3 positive choices. All right. Let's hear it. When you get to the artificial satellite, I'll need to apologize to all of you. I'm sure you'll all be very angry when you hear about what I've done, but I hope you'll allow me to apologize properly, all the same. It depends. What do you want to apologize for? First and foremost, I should apologize to you personally, Takumi. You see, I lied to you. Everything in those red envelopes was a lie. What? For example, the death certificate could have found in the envelope. Her father isn't really dead. Well, that is to say, he might be dead, but I don't actually know. I made the whole thing up. Whoa, wait a second. You said you saw the brainwashing logs on the machine in the infirmary. Yes, I did in fact see them. From what I can analyze, the most recent processes were to make the recipients more obedient to Sire. That was the nature of what was done to your team. Some of you, at least. and you were brainwashed. Not much is certain. The red pill taking effect is proof of that. But everything else I told you before, the reason for fighting being distorted by brainwashing, all that was a lot of fabrication. All lies. I created them based on the information I found in your profiles. Oh, okay. Oh, it's in a pro. Okay, I see. Why would you do that? To give some credibility to what I told you. To drive you all into despair so that you would want to stop fighting. I didn't know whether what I was feeling was shock or outrage. But on the other hand, everything else I told you was completely true. The memory experiments being conducted at Kamakura General Hospital, and the school being filled with technology based on that research. It's all undeniable facts. I'm sorry for tricking you, I really am, but I did it for your own good. The guilt from lying to me must have really gone to Gotoh. He went on and on, talking more than he ever had before. What choice do I have before me? 1. Believe what Gotoh is saying and forgive him. 2. Believe what Gotoh is saying but don't forgive him. 3. Believe in what Gotoh is saying. Don't believe in what Gotoh is saying. Or 4. Give in to anger and destroy Gotoh. 5. Give up on escaping to the artificial satellite. Other than that. But what did those options matter at this point? It's fine. I'd already come this far. All I could do now was believe and forgive Gotoh. You know what they say, it's easier to ask for forgiveness than to ask for permission. Doing that and returning to the artificial satellite was the only way my choices up to this point would finally pay off. Wow. Once again, technically not wrong, but honestly the fact that Gotoh actually revealed that, I feel like there will be an artificial way to the artificial satellite.
Be ready to get.
So, just going straight to the garage or cafeteria. Nope. To the garage? Nope. What kind of sad Shion isn't here? The bus is gone? Oh, and maybe they're just all left together. Wow, is that gonna be the end? Oh. Conspiracy route. Lambs to the slaughter. You know, we never actually got an answer to that, actually. An answer to whether or not that actually worked. Like, if they actually made it, they're just like, yeah, just imagine it. Oh man, that's kind of not satisfying. I want to believe, but it's so, like, what could have happened? I'm not liking this Gotoh fellow, to be honest. Man. Everything we did. Yeah, everything we did was triple ellipses. I knew that I should tell everyone that it had been pointless, but I couldn't say anything, because I understood how they felt after fighting all this time. On top of that, I didn't want to believe that it was all pointless either. You're staying quiet because you felt the same way, right, Takumi? You don't really want to accept that your reason for fighting is a lie and give up, do you? That's not... No, I know it is. Otherwise, your face wouldn't look so pained this whole time. You didn't want to expose us to such a painful truth, but it was something that you had to tell us all the same. That's why it's hurting you so much, isn't it? It's not like zap, 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 zap. Oh yeah, damn it. I thought, every time I see a hyphen, I'm just like... I caught the lie before I could finish it. The lie about it not hurting, about doing what I did or didn't want to do. Because if I was being honest, I didn't want to give up the fight, even now. Whether or not all these days up until now meant anything is something that we have to decide for ourselves. I think if we want it to mean something, we should keep fighting. It was only when Nozomi spelled it out like that I first realized the truth. Those were the words I had wanted to say all along. We should keep fighting. We don't have to run away. It felt like a light was finally shining on the path that I should walk. I didn't want to give up. Oh damn, Takumi's crying too. Zap zap.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
I tried so hard to tell you not to fight. Why wouldn't you listen? How unfortunate. I didn't want to be the one doing the killing, but...
I hope there's no explosion. It's just... Yeah. Oh my god. Conspiracy route. Liar. 21. All right, well, these will probably end really quickly, so I think I'll just do all of these, to be honest. Should we destroy Sire? Like, is this the opportune moment? No, I'll wait for a little bit. And then Sire will blow us up. It's your future. Why? I'd committed to this plan, so I had to go through with it. I should have made up my mind a long time ago, but I was frozen, unsure if this was really the right thing to do. Oh ho ho ho! What are you doing there, Sumino? Damn! Wait, you got the wrong idea. We weren't doing anything shady or underhanded. This is a flash mob. Yeah, that's it. Right, a flash mob. Surprise! Fine, if that's all it is. Save. You seriously think I'd buy that? Boom!
Why would you try to get the jump on your beloved commanding officer like this?
You can't win, Sumino. I have the high ground and double the batons, double the stun guns. Why am I stun rods? Some batons. There we go.
I have no idea what's going on here.
Oh, I actually really like this CG. It's so funny. He's like, yes, you will never defeat me.
But it's all too clear you two are in too deep to turn back. In which case, I'll gladly throw myself body and soul into taking you on.
That sharp retort from Sire was the last thing I remember. From there, my memories completely and utterly faded clean away. And then Takumi wakes up and Gaku's like, hey, you want some milk, dude? Oh, 20. Conspiracy route. Faltering resolve. Alright. This time we're talking about, talking with Kurata about whether or not we should destroy Sire. So let's not do it, actually. Yeah, surely things will be alright if we don't kill Sire. Okay. No, I think that's a little too savage. Nothing can be too savage when it comes down to someone who's willing to brainwash people. I know, but I don't want to give up the possibility of a more peaceful approach. I just feel like destroying Sire to stop fighting will come to no good in the end. So we're gonna get shocked by Gotoh because it's like, this is not gonna be efficient enough. Actually, Gotoh enters our room right after this, I believe. You're going to start spouting that soft-hearted drivel now? Sorry. That said, it is true that the ending things peacefully would be our best option. Alright, we'll come up with another solution. Let's give it some more thought. Bzz. Huh? Nothing occurred to either of us. Huh? We got nothing. Just give me a little more thought, okay? I still didn't want to commit to something as dangerous as destroying Sire. Is Gotoh not gonna show up? You still haven't thought of anything, have you? I told you we're not destroying Sire. Fine, do as you please. And we lost our only ally. With those parting words, Kurata left the room. Or so I thought. I looked to see Kurata standing stock still in the open doorway. I think she was shocked. I believe I should be the one asking you to that. Wait, what? Oh, what happened? How do you stop Kurata? Well, whatever the case may be, it doesn't change what I need to do. Alright. Okay, out of ideas. Yeah, that describes this route pretty well. Alright, well, that was weird. When I saw that there were probably going to be 8 endings, I was surprised thinking that this was going to be a large chunk, but no, we just had many choices that led into dead ends. Which honestly, in terms of story, I think the idea is not bad, having people on the satellite not want to pursue this fight and having an out for this. So in one way, I think that's like kind of clever, but the fact they're like, yeah, we gotta squeeze 8 endings out of this, yeah, it's kind of like, ooh, it felt like it cheapened a lot of the story and a lot of the choices we made. And honestly, it never really got a satisfying conclusion. So bad ends honestly don't have a satisfying conclusion, but like even the end where we are supposed to escape was also not very satisfying. It was just like, by the way, I lied to you, bye-bye. So yeah, I don't really feel good about this. But yeah, that was the conspiracy route. I thought, you know, we did get to spend some time with Kurara, which, you know, makes sense now because we did save her. And I guess there is a reason why she had to be the one to basically do that. But now the last choice before this was the one where we let Hiroko destroy NIGOU and we go into the casual route, which ended up being really long, but only had 2 endings. So the choice before that would be to decide Ava's fate. Now we're back in day 21, so like, considering the fact that I got 24 endings here, I feel like this might actually end up being kind of substantial. Honestly, I think the ones before this are going to be like really substantial. So yeah, next time I'm going to start this one and see where that takes me. But yeah, the conspiracy route, honestly, I feel like it had some good ideas, but was not particularly satisfying. So I think I'm just going to leave it at that. I thought it was going to be a lot longer, but we did get up to 24 endings now, so we're a fourth through the game about. Yay! Well, yeah, we'll continue on and do the other route where we actually kill Ava, so that sucks, next time. Until then, I will be seeing you. See ya!